What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast. Skinny Dean the Sandman in the barbershop once again. We had to just start because we've been talking for like an hour, and we missed a bunch of good stuff already. So, but yeah, I'm wondering, like, I mean, there's a ton of examples of like the dudes that do the log rolling and stuff. Like, how do you figure out you're good at that? I mean, I guess you try it, but
you mean like in the water that shit?
Yeah. But have you seen like the professional ones? And they're like
that shit ain't no joke,
they're like
man.
kicking water at each other and shit.
I think that's a cultural thing.
Yeah, it definitely.
Like
but there's like,
NASCAR, in the South.
Yeah, for sure. That took two dudes looking at a log in the water. Like, it had never been done before until two dudes were like, "We should get on that log."
I mean, because are you moving it? Does it? Because you ain't moving
rolls.
it.
Yeah, it's
Does
called
it stay in one spot?
It's called log rolling. That's what it's
I
called.
don't think I've ever watched that.
Really? You should watch it, dude. The pros are, it's intense, dude. That like I'm saying, they're kicking water at each other. They're like switch stancing, like cha cha cha. They're like switching and running the other way.
That's a like on ESPN.
I don't think it's on ESPN.
I mean, do they qualify as a sport? Like, can I catch it on ESPN
on the
or
Ocho.
would that be on like the hunting channel or something?
I don't know what it's on. Probably YouTube. Now. They probably just broadcast it themselves.
Okay,
but
okay. The
it's
Explorer channel or
pretty
something.
intense, dude. I guess they probably started like. I mean, the log one makes sense.
Is that what it's called? Logging?
I think it's called log rolling.
Log rolling.
I think. I don't know for sure, but that
I've
term
ever
is in my
seen
head
that.
for some reason.
Yeah, how do you know that?
That
you
one
can
kind of
do
makes
that?
sense because it's like if two dudes are, if there's two dudes and there's something to knock each other off of, that just kind of makes sense.
I don't know, man. I'll be
That's what
watching
they're
this show where like how shit started, how it came to be,
Yeah.
and like nothing was ever good. Like it was always like we got fucked up and we found out this shit worked. So I'm gonna say some motherfuckers
Somebody
was
got
trying to
fucked
cross
up.
some
Let's
water or
find out.
something,
Let's find out.
and came across a log and motherfuckers got the dippity doo dah day and motherfuckers thought it was funny and they said let's try that shit again.
Log rolling is a bad example because that kind of makes sense. That's like a sport, and it's like there's two dudes trying to prove like who's more masculine or whatever. That makes sense. But like the dude, he had like this big bubble contraption, and it like held the bubbles in place, kind of, and then it like held the bubbles open, and they could blow bubbles inside the other bubbles. This dude was doing like bubble tricks, and I'm like, how do you? You're just sitting around at your house, and you're like, I bet I could. He was popping them, and there was like making smoke. He would blow a huge bubble, and then like hit his vape and blow a bunch of smoke into the bubble, and then like blow another bubble inside of that bubble.
Okay, so it's vape smoke?
Yeah. And then he would like pop the inside bubble, and then it would make the vape smoke do like a tornado. There's like a bubble floating across his room with a tornado inside of it.
I be seeing that shit.
And I'm like, how the fuck? Like, how'd you even? I mean, not even how'd you find out you could do it? Why did you want to?
I be seeing that shit.
Like, who? The first person that was like, I just made a fucking tornado inside a bubble.
Blowing the smoke and following this shit across the room and then do some other shit and do some other.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck,
those are like
dog?
vape. Those are the vape tricks, and then it's like this is vape tricks inside of a bubble now, and it's like, why? But anyway, like, how'd you figure it out? And not even you, like you. Excuse me. Now it's like a thing. So somebody else figured out how to do it, and you just want to do it because you saw them do it. But who the first person to do it? But anyway, log rolling. Oh, there are 4 different competition log sizes.
What?
We'll get into that.
Sizes?
Yeah, like diameter, I think. Log rolling, sometimes called burling. It's a sparring sport involving 2 competitors, each on one end of a free floating
So they
log.
both on the same log.
Both on the same log.
Okay.
The athletes battle to stay on the log by running, kicking the log, and using a variety of techniques. Basically, so the log, it's called log rolling because the log is like rolling on the water, and you're like kind of jogging to stay on top of it a little bit.
So, okay.
The goal is to knock everybody. Yeah.
Who gets control of the log? Or is it the first guy that gets control of the log, you got to come with me?
I think it's that because you're trying to knock each other. So it's like I'm trying to spin it so that you fall off. So you got to run with my spin. And then at some point, you got to try to counter my spin or not.
So footwork is at play here.
Yeah. There's a United States Log Rolling Association.
What?
It's the U.S. governing body.
Where at, in Virginia?
I don't know. Doesn't say.
Arkansas, where?
There's a Canada one. The rules section is only like this big. It's like I think the rules are just like go and knock each other off.
Don't fall in the water.
Right. So the match begins when the whistle's blown. Or the judge says time in. Like, imagine you're at like a professional sports competition and the ref's like, time in.
Time in.
Yeah. He says time in.
Nobody
or he
says
just
that.
blows a whistle.
Nobody says that.
And it continues until there's a fall or until the time limit expires. So I guess if they're both just a couple bad motherfuckers, they stay on the log. Yeah, they tie. The first athlete to lose contact with the log with both feet and fall off the log loses with both. So you can come off with one foot, I guess, because if it was like, oh, you can't take a foot off, then you wouldn't be able to walk or anything. So I guess. I was like, how close do motherfuckers get to, they do like the splits and come back? But probably not.
Can you turn around?
I think you can do whatever.
So like if you start facing one way,
and
you almost fall and you catch your shit, can you end up the other way?
Yeah,
that would be fucked up because now you really fucked up.
Yeah, those are the only rules. The rules are, the judge goes time in, and then whoever falls off first. Those are the only rules. That's it. That's the whole.
Cut and
you think
dry.
There's more rules than that, though.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you got to stay on your side. Like, can I push you?
How long is the log?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
I guess that's
12 feet.
12 feet.
Yeah. So I assume you're not allowed to touch each other.
You mentioned diameters.
Yeah, there's different, there's 15 inches, 14 inches, 13, 12.
So that ain't shit.
Smallest is 12. Yeah, it's just a log.
Yeah, it's just a log.
Just a log, dude.
Huh.
The current women's professional world champion is Livy Papadopoulos.
Oh.
She has 6 consecutive world titles.
Papadopoulos.
She has a bunch of log rolling programs where you can learn how to log roll. Amateur classes. She has won 133 log rollings in a row.
Oh yeah, she the GOAT.
And has only lost 4 times.
She the GOAT. Now is that 104 championships or just competition?
That's just her 133 just wins in a row. And she's only lost 4 times ever. So that's pretty good.
That's impressive.
The men's competition is J.R. Salzman.
J.R. Now he from Virginia.
Yeah. He's a former professional log roller. In 2006, he lost an arm in Iraq and came back and kept motherfucking
bad
motherfucker
rolling. You.
Yep. So there's that. Jenny Atkinson. These are notable competitors. We're giving them their props. Jenny Atkinson. 3 times world champion.
North Carolina.
I wonder how big the world champion tournament is. Let's see.
How many contestants?
Log rolling world champion.
How much money we win in here?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
What's the trophy look like?
Lumberjack world. This shit's on NBC Sports.
Really? I've never seen it. I've never seen this shit on TV.
The Lumberjack World Championships, man.
Not even on Sunday when we're in that dark spot after football and baseball ain't quite started yet. You know what I mean? That little dark spot. I've never seen this shit. Now I've seen the motherfuckers. What's that shit?
It's a summertime thing.
It's a summertime thing? Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's 17th, 18th, 19th of July this year in Hayward, Wisconsin.
Close to the South. That's almost the South.
Oh, it's in Hayward, Wisconsin every year. It's a 3-day event. Began in 1960. It's held at the Lumberjack Bowl. Apparently, 12,000 people come watch. 21 events for both men and women to compete for $75,000.
That's it?
I mean, that seems like a lot.
That's a lot for what we're doing. Yeah. That's a lot for what we're doing. You're right.
That's more than I expected.
For what we're doing.
12,
no rules.
12,000 people are coming. That's like $6.
2 rules.
Like
we got 2 rules. Yeah, I'd say 75.
It's a few things. So they do. There's a sawing competition.
Them motherfuckers.
Sawing, chopping, log rolling, and climbing to test the strength and agility of over 100 competitors.
So they got to combine this with lumberjacking.
Yeah, so there's no just log rolling thing, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, but those motherfuckers in the log rolling article were like log rolling world champions.
Ain't they lumberjacks?
Yeah, but I guess there must be a separate log rolling too, but rolling is just part of this, I guess. Last year, the finals got canceled by a thunderstorm for the first time in the 64-year history of the event.
Can't have that. The fuck out the
they
water.
continued the following morning. This is interesting enough to be in the Wikipedia article, I guess.
Bourbon.
All right, women's events. Women's single luck. Competitors saw through a 16-inch diameter log for the fastest time.
Ooh.
That's it. They just go. Timing begins when they say go, and ends when the log is cut.
Stop.
The world record, this is the women. The women's world record is 11.43 seconds. That's pretty fast, dude.
And we going through what diameter? 16 inches?
16-inch diameter. It's like 11 seconds, dude.
God, man. Wait a minute. 11 seconds? That's
11.
1, 2,
Yeah.
11. By the time she get her 11 strokes, she's done.
Yeah. That's fucking kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's impressive.
That was Nancy Zalewski.
What her fucking...
If you're into lumberjack sports, this is a big episode.
What her pipes and her fucking traps and ducks gotta look like, dog. God damn.
Let's see.
You don't want to see her naked at the end of the bed.
Maybe you do.
Maybe you do. I don't know.
Lumberjack, bro.
Shit. She's jacked. Shit.
I don't mean to laugh. I shouldn't have laughed.
Yeah. She's jacked.
This picture, it looks like. Doesn't it look like she has like?
Y'all can't see this, but we can laugh.
Doesn't it look like she has like a cigar sticking out of her mouth? And stuff? She doesn't, but that's why it looks like it straight up looks like she has a cigarette sticking out of her mouth, just like.
Oh.
But this is a fucking chainsaw. What's
She's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't know. She's from the USA somewhere.
Virginia.
That's crazy. I'm about to send her a fan letter. Good job, Nancy.
Impressive.
I don't know what she was doing with the chainsaw. Like, so far, none of these events have a chainsaw. That might just be her at work.
Yeah, that might be her on the job or just
something.
at the house.
Then there's women's underhand chop using a single bit pinned axe. I don't know.
What?
I don't know what that means. It's probably just like I guess we'll Google it.
A single what?
Single bit pinned axe.
Single bit pinned. I've fucked with some axes before.
Oh, it's just like it's an axe.
A fucking axe. Say a fucking axe.
It's just an axe.
God damn.
I think it might just be a bit pinned axe. Yeah, so I think it's a bit pinned axe, and it says single because they just can only have one of them.
So just one. It's one.
So it's not,
okay.
They chop through a horizontal aspen log, 11 inches in diameter, and 15 to 28 inches long for the fastest time. So it's like a log splitting, basically. They just go bang. That doesn't seem... What? This must be hard to chop, because I'm
aspen wood?
I'm like, this motherfucker. They sawed through a log in 11 seconds. It's Nancy Zalewski again. Same lady.
Okay.
She set a time of 29.24 seconds.
Underhand chop.
So yeah, I guess I don't get what's happening.
Yeah, I'm fucked up
with this one. We're gonna have to watch a video after.
I'm fucked up. Like, huh?
I don't get what's happening because you sawed through a log. It was a 16-inch diameter log in 11.43 seconds. Aspen
wood she sawed through.
Yeah. That was pine. White pine.
Okay.
And then this is aspen.
This is aspen wood.
11 inches in diameter and 15 to 28 inches long for the fastest time.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the wood.
Maybe it is. I guess it just takes a lot of chops.
So
they're not splitting it. They're cutting it like this way, like it's laying down.
You got to put it
That's why it's 15 through 28 inches, because it doesn't matter how long it is, because they're just chopping through it. Long ways, hot dog style. Anyway, that was Nancy Zalewski again. And then this lady, Amanda Beams, grabbed the record with 26.2. She took a whole 3 seconds off Nancy Zalewski.
Damn. What she look like? Let's see her.
Way ahead of you, dog. Way ahead of you. Like pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. Yeah. Just a brunette. That's it. They got a different hairdresser.
You could put her and Nancy next to each other.
Yeah, you could probably mix them up.
And then there's women's log rolling, which is, we already know what that is.
2 rules. Don't fall in the water.
This is actually going to explain to us how they get on the log, though. You ever think about that?
Well, yeah. How the fuck? Yeah. Let's break that down.
Okay. All right. So they step off of a dock onto the log. The log's like right up against the dock or on the beach or whatever. And they're on. They have big poles that they're like pushing into the ground, like in the water, like the lake bed or whatever. So you're using the pole to like steady yourself.
Okay.
And then once the ref is like Okay, you guys are good. Then you got to let go of your poles. And then you're just standing there.
No contraption, no machine.
No, I mean, except the poles.
So they there's no technology involved in this shit at all.
The ref says, throw your poles. And then the match is on.
Throw your pole.
Oh. So you know how there was different like lengths of logs?
Right.
And diameters of logs? So if you and me are log rolling and we make it to the time limit on the big log, then we go again on the smaller log. And then if we make the time limit on that log, we go to the even smaller log.
Okay, because it would be faster. That's just
going
to fast. That's just going to speed up.
Yeah, until somebody wins,
Okay. Speed.
So the log just gets smaller until somebody wins.
The smaller, the faster.
Yeah. That's physics right there. It's good.
Footwork
That's good
is
physics.
at play here.
Yeah.
So you just flailing on top. You're basically flailing on top.
Yeah, the videos that I watch, they kind of are. We'll watch a video before we leave.
Footwork is at play here.
Super, because I've been seeing like fucking TikToks of log rolling. And the guy that wins, it's usually like a young dude and an older dude, and the older dude is just watching the other guy's feet. And then at the exact right moment, the old dude goes and spins it real quick, and the young dude falls off.
Okay. Where's the strategy here? Yeah. You can't just roll and hope he falls.
The ones I watch, the older guy is just watching the feet and then going with whatever's happening. He's just like, okay, I'm good. And then the younger dude will like step off for a second to like kick some water. Because the kicking in water and shit, I noticed, I've only seen like 2 videos. But the kick in water, I've noticed the young guys do that and the old guys don't.
What's that do?
I don't know. It just gets the other side of the log wet. They like kick water all over. I don't know what it's supposed to do because the log's already fucking wet because it's rolling.
It's going to remain wet.
So I don't really know what the kicking water is for. Maybe that's why the old guys don't do it because it's maybe
you
it's
have
just,
me watching this shit.
Maybe it's just for show. But they'll wait until the other dude wants to kick some water or something. And then when he takes his foot off to kick water, they like sprint, dude. They're like, yeah. And then the other dude's like, woo.
Oh, you have me watching this bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway, and then there's the women's boom run.
Come on with it.
What is a boom? Starting on the dock, 2 competitors run head-to-head on adjacent booms.
Whoa. Jousting? Are we jousting here? What are we doing? With a log? You get a log, you get a log.
What's
fucking
a boom?
joust.
I'm just gonna read. I'm gonna read the whole thing, and then if it makes sense to you, then you can explain it to me, brother. Each competitor steps off the dock, runs across a chain of log rolling logs to the chopping block. So there's a bunch of logs, and they run across them.
And they're in the water.
Across the water, yeah. Circling a specified competition station and cross the pond on the boom logs back to the log rolling dock. Oh, so there's like logs on the water, and they just got to run to the other side and run back is basically all that's happening. I don't know what a boom is. On adjacent booms. They run head-to-head on adjacent booms. So I guess 2 people go at the same time, and whoever gets back first wins is what it means. I just don't know what fucking boom is. So that's it. That's just you run and run.
Would be pretty hard to run on a log, a wet log.
Yeah, it's like moving in the water. It's like, what the fuck is that, Wipeout? You ever watch Wipeout?
Yeah.
Where they run on the big balls.
That's where I'm at with it.
It's probably a little bit like that's probably how this. Motherfuckers was watching log rolling, and they were like,
and what's this one called?
Cool. That one is called the boom run. So they just run and run back. And then the last event is the Jill and Jill.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Jill on Jill,
huh? Not that kind.
What's
it's
this?
A contest where teams of 2 women compete against one another for the best time in cutting through a 20-inch white pine log.
Okay, white pine.
Yeah. That's the same one that I don't remember, Nancy, I think, set the record on.
So it has to be the wood, like
I think pine's
some softer, some harder.
Pretty soft. Yes, this is it. I think this is one where they have that like 2-person saw, and they're like. The world record for this one was set by Stephanie Nod and Janet Walker with a time of 9.8 seconds. They're schmoovin', dude. They're schmoovin'.
Man, that's fucking crazy. I almost need to see that shit in person.
Dude, and you know what? I was reading the women's events, and I was like, well, the men's events are probably going to be the same shit just for men. They're not. They're not the same at all. The men's events are fucking crazy. Okay, so they start with the underhand block chop using a 5-pound single bit axe. They chop through a horizontal aspen log, 12 inches in diameter. It's the same as the other one. Just chop, chop, chop. World record for this one is Jason Weinerd, 15.94 seconds. Underhand chop to the stem. And then apparently one year they made it an endurance event, and they did the underhand block chop, went straight into the standing block chop.
Superset.
Same, yeah, superset.
Superset.
Yeah, It's like the same thing. Oh, so one they do a horizontal log, and then the other one they do a vertical one. World record for the standing block chop.
I don't know about much about lumberjacking, but yeah, I guess the grain of the wood would have to play in there too.
No, I'm sure it does.
Sideways and up and down.
And then there's the springboard chop, where contestants climb to a height of 9 feet using 2 springboards and chop through a 12-inch log.
Hold up, wait.
Yeah, they're like boing, boing, and then they chop.
So,
oh man, we're gonna have to watch a video of this.
So they chopping, put the fucking wood in that shit, and they gotta trust that shit? Yeah, they gotta trust it.
I guess. I mean, 9 feet? 9 feet's like jumping 3 feet a couple times, really. Like,
yeah, but
it's not crazy.
I work construction, man, and you had those OSHA meetings every month you would have to go to, and I remember them saying 4 feet can kill you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, so I don't know what this looks like.
That's what, an axe or a chainsaw?
I think everything's an axe. Because they chop. It says chop. That means axe.
Axe, yeah.
Yeah, out in the forest, this technique enables a working lumberjack to reach softer wood above the tough and knotty base of a tree. So they mark the tree at the bottom, but they cut it above that, where the wood's softer.
Boy, lumberjacks, y'all some bad motherfuckers.
So they go boing, boing. I doubt they do it like that still, but now they do it for fun, I guess.
That's probably what it was. Bunch of lumberjacks in the woods. Then, they in such a remote area. We ain't got nothing else to do, nothing else around. Let's invent some shit.
Yeah. Well, they used to do it for work, and I'm sure it just turned into like I'm better at that than you are.
Bet you can't. Yeah. It was that shit, and it was probably an old dude.
And then there's the single buck. A single. Oh, I guess sawyer, like Sawyer. That's what you call somebody who saws stuff. Like a sawer. It's a sawyer. So the name Sawyer. Like if your name's Jim Sawyer, I bet your family used to be lumberjacks or something.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, so we're learning some shit today.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before.
So I don't know how you say it except Sawyer, but it looks like it's probably pronounced like Sawyer. A single sawer.
Well, isn't that what it's at the top of our state capitol here?
It's a sower.
Sower.
Because it's sowing seeds.
So a planter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Well, we pronounce it Sawyer when it's somebody's last name. It's just probably not how it's pronounced.
It's probably not.
When you're talking about sawing.
It's probably been changed.
Everybody's names are fucked up.
Right. I didn't know that. I've heard that before, though.
Yeah, so that's interesting. A single sawer uses a one-man bucking saw to cut through a 20-inch diameter pine log. 20 inches, dude. So this motherfucker.
We talking wood here, man.
Yeah. So the world record for that, what was it, 11-inch one?
Yeah.
12-inch one?
Yeah,
was
12.
Was 11 seconds. Dion Lane did a 20-inch one in 10.7 seconds.
That's 1, 2, 3.
20
literally
a 20-inch log. Yep.
10 done.
Gone.
I almost gotta see that. I'm gonna have to watch.
We're gonna watch a video. Before we get
because I was about to talk shit. Like I feel like I can do this. Like
I fucking can't, dude.
I don't know.
Guarantee I can't do this. We'll watch one. Apparently, it only take like a minute to watch this shit. Well,
and
it'll be like zing, 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 cha, 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 ba, ba.
I don't think you can be our size.
No.
You
got to be a hardy individual.
Be a little beefy.
You got to be Paul Bunyan. And we're like halfway through the male events, dude.
Yeah, you can't be a small guy or a small girl doing this. We're talking fucking wood here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they do single buck, And how did the women get involved? One dude's like, yeah, well,
my wife.
You did that faster than me, but my wife could chop this faster than your wife could.
How did your wife get out here? That's your wife? Oh, shit. Right. How did y'all get involved? No. Well, I mean, equal opportunity. I mean, shit.
Yep. Then they do hot saw.
Hot soft.
Oh, this is
we getting.
This is why that lady was using that chainsaw. But this is a male event, so
well, I mean,
she should be in that.
I mean,
I'm very traditional about my lumberjack events, and I don't want women in a hot saw.
Don't do that.
All right. A single sawer using a single-cylinder, single-motor power saw. I think that means chainsaw.
Say it again.
A single-cylinder, single-motor power saw.
Single cylinder.
Let's see. I'm sure that means chainsaw. And it just can't be like, you can't have like a 400 horsepower fucking hot rod chainsaw.
Chain can't have any connected links. Or does it?
Yeah, it just means a little chainsaw.
Okay.
Just means a little chainsaw. A single sawer using a chainsaw makes 3 vertical cuts down, up, down through a 20-inch diameter log. This is a one-man contest against time. Chainsaws may be warmed up prior to the contest, but must be turned off before the contest begins. Neither self-starting nor push-button starters or twin. You gotta. That's part of it. Part of it is getting your chainsaw started in one go.
Your shit gotta be tip-top shape.
A starter gives a countdown and on a signal go, competitors start their saws and make the 3 cuts. The contest ends when the 3rd slice is severed. Oh, so it's like all the way through the log.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, down, up, down. What do you think the record is for this?
It's gonna be stupid.
I mean, I think it's stupid. You're probably gonna guess like way lower than it is and make it not stupid anymore. But
5 seconds.
Hey, 5.5. Yeah, so like probably that fast.
That's crazy.
We're gonna watch. So that's hot saw. That was Dave Bolstad, New Zealand. Look at him go.
That's
and
crazy.
Then look at
New
this picture.
Zealand.
You have
Man, see, fuck that shit. 9 feet my ass.
Well, this is a different one. This is a 60-foot speed climb.
Man, fuck that shit.
60-foot speed climb. Competitors scale a 60-foot tall cedar pole and return to the ground.
I'll just say, what kind of fucking tree is that?
Contestants perform on twin poles, and they must climb within 240 degrees of the sparring pole. I don't know what that means. Event is strictly against time. It begins when the signal go is given and ends when the contestant touches the ground after climbing to the 60-foot mark. So, after you climbed it, so if you climbed all the way to the top and fell, would they count your time?
I mean, it's the point.
Like,
you get to the top.
I got to the top and touched the ground, dude.
You
put it all on the line.
How far can you come down before you can jump? Has a motherfucker done that? Like, get to 30 feet and say, fuck it.
They thought of this. You can't just jump off. At this, they did. They actually
Somebody did.
Somebody fucking did, dude.
Somebody did it.
Somebody did.
I got fucked. Cuts commercial. Damn.
At the, I mean, it was probably like 1897. Somebody was like, fuck it.
Yeah, no footage.
Anyway.
We got stories.
So at the starting signal, contestants have to have 1 foot on the ground and the other below an orange line on the pole. So they can have 1 foot up on the pole, but it has to be below a line. And the other one has to be on the ground.
They made that tricky there.
And here you go. The contestant has to touch the pole every 15 feet on the way down.
Ooh, they made that
So
tricky.
if you could work out a way to like let go and hold, and that's probably what they do. They go, let go, hold, let go, hold, let go. I bet you that is how they climb down.
Okay, yeah. Fireman, kind of like fireman style.
Mm-hmm.
I see the logic in that. I would do that, yeah.
They use,
but I wouldn't do that.
They use spurred climbing shoes and steel core climbing ropes to scale the poles. So I think that's where they go. Like, have you seen them where they like wrap it around and? I think that's where they do that. It doesn't, in this picture, it doesn't look like they're like tied in or anything. Like if you fall, I think you're fucked.
I mean, you wouldn't want.
Damn.
You wouldn't want any extra accessories, I guess, sort of say.
Brian Bartow did this in 12.28 seconds.
Trying to wrap my mind around that, man.
It's pretty crazy.
These are like Olympic fucking sprint times.
So that was
shit.
that was the.
I'm thinking Carl Lewis ran the 100. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it like that. Like this is crazy.
Well, I was thinking, I'm like, damn, 12 seconds. So they're doing that in the time it takes like Tyreek Hill to run 100 yards. Like
Sha'Carri Richards. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it like that. Like that makes it even more fucking impressive.
And that's like running as fast as they possibly. Like
they're
Tyreek
running
Hill sprint. Anyway. This is a different kind of athleticism.
This is a different,
totally different,
whole different body work here.
Yeah, so they do the 60-foot climb, and then there's also a 90-foot climb, bro. They're like 60 feet. That's for pussies. 90 feet.
And they said you had to hit or be touching the last 15. So what about
every 15?
Every 15.
Yeah.
So same on the 90.
Let's see. It seems.
Fuck that shit.
Seems pretty much the same. You have to have 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot on the thing. Oh, there's like lines painted on it, and they just have to touch in every section
there. Bang. Yeah. So yeah, you could probably still.
So it's probably 15 feet.
Man.
And then they're like, "All right, good job climbing. Time to log roll, baby."
And this is in America, or you said Switzerland?
This is in America.
That's in America.
The like world championship, the lumberjack world championships. That's in Wisconsin. I guess lumberjacking is kind of like,
they're very
Canadian, like American thing.
That whole northeastern,
you
know, where a lot of shit started.
Probably mostly Canadian, but
Sawyer. So I gotta look that up too, because that I love that type shit.
Like Minneapolis and shit, like lumberjack. That's like
they had to be. They
were
an integral part of America being built,
for sure.
So they were,
I think Paul Bunyan is like an American myth
icon. You can
like
sort of say
one of the only examples of American myth.
That story came from somewhere.
Yeah,
Paul Bunyan himself, I don't think was real, but that story came from somewhere. Maybe it was just the culture. Maybe it was a culture thing for those people. Lumberjacks and shit. Kind of like how they talk about the football gods, type thing. Sure. Maybe he's their lumberjack god type of thing. Maybe. But I know that story it came from somewhere. But yeah, I mean Sawyer, that's interesting.
Then they log roll. I don't know if this is all in order or what, but they log roll and they do a boom run, which is just they go whoop, whoop, back. And there's team events. There's Jack and Jill, which is me and my wife are cutting this tree. It's like the Jill and Jill.
Okay.
But it's Jack and Jill.
All right. Now we talking.
Have you seen the wife carrying competitions?
I have seen that.
That's pretty crazy. Double buck. There's a team relay. This is probably interesting. A team relay. In this timed event, there are 2 teams competing. Each team consists of a 60-foot climber, 2 boom runners, 1 male, 1 female, a hot sawyer, a woman's single buck sawyer, and a standing block chopper. So it's basically all the events like at once. First, the climber climbs and descends the pole. When their feet touch the pad, the male boom runner goes. When he gets back, the female boom runner goes. When she gets back, they do the hot saw. When the log hits the ground, the women commence the single buck. And then somebody does a standing block chop. And then whoever finishes first wins.
Superset.
Power, strength, sheer determination.
Or what do you call it in track and field? What is this?
I have no...
Decathlon?
Oh, yeah, like a triathlon.
Triathlon?
It depends on how many events there are, I guess. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like a quintathlon.
Yeah.
Or something.
Something
like that.
5. Yeah, quin. Yeah. 5. Yeah. Quinathlon.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
We're gonna watch one of these videos, and I think we might be a little early, but I hear the audio fucking up and cutting out.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think it's time. The ghosts in here are fucking with our shit. Or something. I don't know why that happened. I really don't. I can't figure it out. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen for like months, and then every once in a while it happens.
It's like my camera.
I'm not saying it's ghosts.
I'm not saying that either. I had to just somebody a few weeks ago. I'm on the Nebraska historical page.
Yeah.
And they actually posted the house on the page, and somebody tagged me in it. So, everybody's asking me questions about the inside of it, and I'm like,
you said, come get a haircut.
Yeah, I mean, shout myself out, of course. But you're more than welcome to, come check it out anytime you want. Well, one guy, I guess, had been in here several years before or something and asked me about the basement. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you've been down there. Because I tell everybody, yo, time stopped down there. It's still 1880 down there. I ain't never took you down there, have I? It's still fucking 1880 down there, bro. And there's like a cavern. I don't know. Because I didn't go back that far. Remember the old washers? It's sitting in like the doorway of the hole back there, and I'm like, yo, they hid fucking slaves back in there, man. That's there. There's no doubt in my mind they hid slaves back in that motherfucker, man. But shit happens in this motherfucker.
Crazy.
I won't say like it's not scary. It's not dangerous. But yeah, every so often, and I got the motion camera in there, and it's no reason for the thing to go off. It's motion. Every hour on the hour, 2:15, 3:15, 4:15, the fucker will go off. And whatever it is has to be walking up to the thing.
All right, I want to go.
So I'll leave you with that.
Go try log rolling. Let us know how it goes. If you're somewhere where it's warm enough to log roll, put a log in the ocean, walk around on it.
Might fuck around trying this shit this summer, man.
Like it's just like that sounds almost impossible to even just stay on a log by myself. Even
a wet one. What shoes are we wearing before we go? What we wearing? I
bet you they have special shoes. Or do they wear shoes at all?
Do they wear shoes at all before we go? That is a must. I need to know. We got track shoes. We got basketball shoes, golf shoes.
It's kind of up to you.
Really?
Yeah. Some people wear like cleats, basically.
Really?
Some people wear those like water shoes. Some people do barefoot. Some people have shoes with metal spikes. Some people just do tennis shoes.
Wow.
Aqua socks, lace-up canvas shoes, Merrill glove shoes. I think those are the ones where you have like
with
the
toes.
Those are supposed to be the best. And there's like custom cleats. They like make them out of soccer cleats. They do something.
Word.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking.
They like.
How do you cheat?
I don't think you.
Fuck.
I don't think you can. There's like so few rules. I almost don't think you can.
Okay. Well. Answer my question there.
I mean, maybe in the World Championship there's a rule. We'll find out in a second.
Whatever you want to wear, huh?
Yeah, anyway, you put on some soccer cleats and try log rolling, or I was gonna be like, or try climbing a 90-foot pole. Probably don't do that.
Nah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't climb nothing, but chop a piece of wood or something. Yeah, unlock your inner lumberjack this week. Read about Paul Bunyan.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
We got to get a single what axe? What kind of axe?
Single bit pinned axe.
I'm gonna look that up.
It's just like just like a fire axe.
I'm gonna look that up, man.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're gonna watch a video of that. We'll see you later.
Holla.